Perfect Wishes presents top food sources of vitamin D. Vitamin D is an essential nutrient that plays a critical role in maintaining healthy bones and teeth, supporting immune function, and regulating cell growth and differentiation. While it's commonly known as the sunshine vitamin because our bodies create it when exposed to direct sunlight while outdoors, getting enough vitamin D from food sources is also important, particularly for individuals who live in areas with limited sunlight or have conditions that prevent them from spending time outdoors. A vitamin D deficiency can lead to bone deformities such as rickets in children and bone conditions in adults. The recommended daily value of vitamin D for adults is between 10 to 20 micrograms a day. This number varies from country to country. In the United Kingdom it is 10 micrograms and in the US it is 15 micrograms for adults under 70 years old and 20 micrograms for adults over 70. In this video, we'll explore the top food sources of vitamin D and discuss their health benefits. Fatty fish. Fatty fish such as salmon, tuna, herring, sardines, and mackerel are some of the best food sources of vitamin D. Just a 100-gram serving of cooked salmon provides about 45% of the daily recommended intake for most adults. Other fish like mackerel and tuna also provide significant amounts of vitamin D. In addition to being rich in vitamin D, fatty fish are also high in omega-3 fatty acids, which have been shown to have numerous health benefits. These include reducing inflammation, improving brain function, and lowering the risk of heart disease. Egg yolks. Egg yolks are another good source of vitamin D. One large egg yolk contains about 37 IU of vitamin D, which is about 5% of the daily recommended intake. Note that IU means international units. While egg yolks are not as high in vitamin D as fatty fish, they are a more accessible source of the nutrient for many people. In addition to vitamin D, egg yolks also contain other important nutrients, including choline, which is essential for brain health, and lutein and zeaxanthin, which are important for eye health. Choose eggs from chickens raised outside as they contain higher levels of vitamin D. Mushrooms. Mushrooms are one of the few plant-based sources of vitamin D. While most mushrooms contain very little vitamin D, some varieties that are exposed to ultraviolet light during growing can be an excellent source of the nutrient. When it comes to getting vitamin D from mushrooms, wild mushrooms are best as they have had significant exposure to UV light, as mushrooms, just like humans, synthesize vitamin D when exposed to UV light. For example, a 3.5-ounce serving of shiitake mushrooms that have been exposed to UV light can provide up to 1,600 IU of vitamin D, which is more than twice the daily recommended intake for most adults. Mushrooms are also rich in other important nutrients, including B vitamins, copper, and potassium, making them a healthy addition to any diet. Cod liver oil. Cod liver oil is a popular supplement that is high in vitamin D as well as omega-3 fatty acids. A tablespoon of cod liver oil can provide up to 1,360 IU of vitamin D, which is more than 3 times the daily recommended intake for most adults. While cod liver oil can be a good source of vitamin D, it's important to note that it is also high in vitamin A, which can be toxic in large amounts. It's recommended that individuals do not exceed the recommended daily intake of cod liver oil and consult with a healthcare professional before adding it to their diet. Beef liver. Beef liver is a nutrient-dense food that is high in vitamin D, as well as other important nutrients such as iron, zinc, and vitamin A. A 3.5-ounce serving of cooked beef liver contains about 50 international units of vitamin D, which is about 6% of the daily recommended intake. While beef liver is not as high in vitamin D as some other foods on this list, it can still be a valuable addition to a balanced diet for individuals looking to increase their vitamin D intake. Cheese. Certain types of cheese can be good sources of vitamin D. For example, a 1-ounce serving of Swiss cheese can provide up to 6 IU of vitamin D, while a 1-ounce serving of cheddar cheese can provide up to 3 IU. While cheese is not as high in vitamin D as some other foods, it can still contribute to an individual's overall vitamin D intake, especially when consumed in moderation as part of a healthy diet. It's important to note, however, that cheese is also high in saturated fat and sodium, so it should be consumed in moderation as part of a balanced diet. Fortified foods. Many foods are fortified with vitamin D, meaning that the nutrient is added during processing to increase their nutritional value. Some common examples of fortified foods include milk, orange juice, and breakfast cereals. Note that this is only available in some countries. Milk is not fortified everywhere. For instance, in the United Kingdom, milk is not a good source of vitamin D because it is not fortified as it is in some other countries. In countries where the milk is fortified, a cup of fortified milk typically contains around 120 IU of vitamin D, while a cup of fortified orange juice can provide up to 137 IU. Fortified breakfast cereals can also be a good source of vitamin D, with some varieties containing up to 100 IU per serving. While fortified foods can be a good source of vitamin D, it's important to check the label to find out exactly how much vitamin D there is in the product and to make sure that they are not also high in added sugars or other unhealthy ingredients. Another useful source of vitamin D is red meat. Thanks for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe and share this video with your friends and family. See you in the next video.